Good afternoon, Senator Shapiro, Representative Heisler, and members of the committee. My name is Leticia Duarte, and as you can see, I have problems sometimes with my vocal cords, and that's due to teaching tax. I have been an elementary school teacher for 15 years. Presently, I am the Spanish language enrichment teacher at an elementary school in Edinburgh, Texas. I work with 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade recent immigrant students. My students are 9, 10, and 11 years old who are dealing with a new school, home, country, culture, and language. One would think that with a title such as Spanish language enrichment, I would be maintaining or enriching my students' home language as they are learning English. However, what I have been instructed to do is prepare my students for the Spanish tax. I have to put aside all that my students are dealing with as new students in this country and focus on teaching tax. For example, I work with 5th grade students from 8 in the morning until noon, teaching tax math, tax reading, and tax science. I feel very uncomfortable with this because I feel I am not helping my students to become successful citizens of their new country. I should be teaching my students about the culture of the United States, the history of the country, the law, and especially the language. Yet, none of this is important because it will not be tested in these areas. Although these are not tested items, I believe they are important and have tried to integrate all of this into our reading class. However, I have found that very difficult to do. I only have 4 hours per day to prepare my 5th grade students for the math, reading, and science tax. Many of them have never taken a tax test before. So I have to dedicate a great part of our class time to teaching tax-taking strategies. I question myself often if I am making a difference for my students. I wonder if I am preparing my students for the real world. Am I preparing them to be productive citizens of our country? I feel sad when the answer to all my questions is no. I simply prepare my students for a high-stake test in Spanish.